Hello, Eight of Cups family. Welcome to Eight of Cups Tarot. I wanted to drop in and do a little bit of an eclipse special for you guys. I'm going to do specific readings for my last set of June readings, foremost watched videos. So you guys, Cancer, Leo, Sag, and Virgos are all getting a bonus reading for the eclipse. But really quick for everybody, I wanted to talk a little bit about this energy. I wanted to jump in mid-month for all of you in one way or another to talk about how important the energy is and how important it is for us to take advantage of this, to use it to our highest advantage, right? We can make so much progress if we look at this in a really positive way. There's parts of this that are going to be frustrating, especially for my fixed signs. We're going to want to keep things the same. We're going to have to be dealing with fear and instability. But the thing about this energy that it's really more internal, and I've been saying this in my readings, all of these planets are going retrograde this month. This energy is truly internal. Now, for some of you, yes, you probably have some very real things happening in your life, you know, moving, new jobs, relationships, all kinds of chaos, breakups, get backs togethers. It's all kinds of crazy out there, but it's a result of what's going on within us. So it's a pretty good indication, because everything has this square to Neptune, making it so fuzzy and we can't really quite figure out what's going on. Can't really figure out who to believe or what to believe, or is this real? Do we have enough? Are we enough to do these big changes? Coming up with a lot of internal processes that we're breaking through, and the Saturn-Uranus square is urging us to find freedom from these things, which means we have to change our mindset. We can't change our lives without changing the way that we think, and that's why this Mercury retrograde in Gemini with this eclipse is all about our thought processes. How are we going to do things differently? We all want new stuff. We all want different lives. There's a lot of ways we were all really wanting this change to occur in our lives. Probably because there's some part of it, like, oh, if I could just have a different job, or if I just had a different house, or if I just found that right person, then all of life would be better. And the reason why you resonate with that is because there's a sense of freedom. Freedom from all of the things that we've been doing for way, way too long. So there's a combination of a priority shift, and there's a combination of a mental shift, and we start to see it immediately. These things manifest in our lives so quickly because everything's in these mutable signs, because everything's moving very fast, and because it's a very fated time period. Eclipses and Jupiter going retrograde in Pisces. This is a really amazing and beautiful energy if you allow it. Now, it's a different journey for all of us, and it's most likely pretty spiritual. You know, the spiritual awakenings, the new teachers that come into our life. And by that, I mean within relationships and job opportunities, you know, all of these things have a bigger lesson. And so I wanted to approach these particular readings in a pretty high level area. I want to work with some pretty conscious energy, and so it's not really a they feel this way and you feel this way love reading. We're going to dig into the dynamics and the history, and I'm only using Kim Krans decks, which is really exciting. I've got her Animal Spirit, her regular tarot, which is close to the Rider White, and we've got the Archetypes. So we're going to really get into it. I'm excited for these readings. I've been looking forward to this for a while, and I do hope that you guys really enjoy. Please do not forget to like and subscribe the videos. We're working on opening up the channel. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. See you in a minute. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Eight of Cups Tarot. and welcome to your bonus reading for the month, guys. You guys had such an amazing reading. It was one that I really did resonate with myself, so I was super excited to do this. So what we have here, I've done a layout where we have one person's energy and another person or the situation's energy. It could be either or. So when I say that these are kind of love readings, it's really you and another energy that you're working with. It could be a child, a parent, a friend. You'll know as we get into the reading. What I've done is pulled some energy on you, some energy on the person you're dealing with. I've done a 5-card spread on the purpose or, the overall energy of the relationship. And then I pulled an archetype card, which talks about the karma that you guys have together. Now, what I love about this is there's a lot about healing in this reading, healing kind of being the ultimate message. And what I love is the mystic represents the seeker. And what I see here is two people, two situations, and each one seeking out the other, but for a very different reason. I do pick up on a lot of mirroring here. So immediately I'm kind of drawn to the energy of a very soulmate kind of energy. Now, that doesn't mean like you've found the one, but that there is an overall purpose for coming together. There is something that your souls are meant to experience together, probably leave some kind of a footprint or some kind of a karmic lesson that you carry on with you for the rest of your life. So it could be a 5-minute meeting, but it is still profound. And what I have here in the first energy is that of the sea serpent. And this card is truly all about protection. There seems to be some stuff that you're moving through, and I wouldn't be surprised, especially with that Mars in Leo through your second house. There's probably a lot of learning going on right now. It doesn't surprise me if there's some stuff that comes in emotionally, internally, and probably what happens is when you start to deal with this kind of fated situation or this fated person, we become very emotional. And I know I see this as like the eye kind of being held open, but eyes are the heart to the soul. And so right away I'm drawn to the vulnerability, and yet there is protection. And I feel as though the universe is handing you an opportunity to grow in terms of vulnerability. In other words, whoever or whatever this is, you are safe here to express yourself, to experience things in newer, healthier ways. And this is kind of like the universe force healing. But remember that ultimately you were seeking this, you being the mystic, both people seeking each other. And your intention, or what drew your soul to this experience, is definitely about healing. And the 3 energies that came out to clarify that is the Empress, the Emperor, and the 3 of Swords. And there is a lot of energy here. And I feel like it holds as much to do with now, with the current situation, with this current experience, as it does the past. And I feel a lot of weight with the Empress and the Emperor. And here we have the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang, both sides of self. And in the middle, between these two heavy-hitting, determined energies, we have this Three of Swords. And this particular Three of Swords talks a lot about the heartstrings and the ties that we have and how many there are. You know, you might be dealing with one person or one situation, and then in between you and this other person, the elephant sort of in the room is the existence of heartbreak. The existence of all of the things from the past that created you, that made you you, but also that bind you. The binding of people together through emotional experience. But remember, the energy is healing. And what happens with the sea serpent energy, and what happens when you experience a counterpart such as this kind of energy, is that all of this stuff can no longer be ignored. Now remember, you are both seeking each other, and your light is matching their light, and your dark is matching their dark. And I love the irony between the both, because what you are healing is the heartstrings. You're healing past disappointments. You're healing broken promises, expectations. And I see this as a need for freedom from that binds you. And that healing can't be done if you're not willing to see it in the first place. And that's that sea serpent energy, the eyes kind of being held open. And I think there's something about this person that triggers some stuff that you have to look at. It could be emotional stuff. It could be the way that you respond, or overthinking, or overanalyzing, or not being able to trust a situation, probably not because it's the current situation, but because of the baggage from the past. Because clearly there's a match with the Empress and the Emperor. Clearly this thing is of alignment with you. You both were seeking each other, and it comes together. And in between all of it is all of this, And Three of Swords is like, do you really want to go do this again? Do you want to risk your heart again? And the funny thing is, they're coming out as the energy of the wolf. And this person is coming out very earthly. And I see my wolf as kind of like the earthly fire, right? It's just fierce. It shows leadership. It's also not afraid to be alone. You know, it can operate kind of on both realms in ways that, and when I see a wolf, I always think of sovereignty. But with that, there could be a little bit of self-righteousness. There could be a little bit of being judgmental, because there's so much wisdom. There's so much knowledge. But yet the wolf energy can be a little bit controlling. Now, for some of you, I just think that this person is super determined towards something, and it's also a protective energy. This person may also be in a self-protection mode. what I really feel from this card is this energy that there's something much bigger. There's something much more hard to put to words. You know, I've been thinking a lot about this energy that we're in. And I think for people that are conscious, people that at least aren't operating in a place of denial, I think that they know how much change is about to occur and how quickly. And that's like the whole shift in priority thing that we're all going through. You know, it's sometimes like if you know, and I'm not saying like the world's coming to an end. I don't want to be anywhere near that dramatic. Oh God, Mars and Leo. But if you know you only have a little bit of time here, how do you want to spend it? What do you want to do? Does that change the priority? Does that change how you're living your life now? And that's what I pick up from this wisdom, is like somebody that kind of understands. It's kind of waking up to the whole system. And because he is a part of like activism and humanitarianism, and there seems to be like a different level of priorities with this wolf energy. But I also feel like it could be a little stuck and a little bit stubborn. And underneath this energy, we have the Father of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Fool. And the Father of Pentacles is definitely like that earthy energy. And this is like the fire. It is just such a perfect match. And look at, these are two very dominating animals, the lion and the wolf. Both very wise, both very intelligent. And there's like this crazy energy of accomplishment that I'm picking up here with the Father of Pentacles and the Strength card. There's like a determination. And I almost feel like these are two different sides of self. Whoever this energy is kind of sitting in two very different energies. Father of Pentacles is all about the stability. It's a father-like energy. So is the wolf a father-like energy. Father of Pentacles certainly isn't going to do anything like rash or sudden. Look at the vigilance here and the vigilance here, which comes with that idea of like the knowing. There's a knowing that you need to prepare, whatever it is. Prepare for change, prepare for a shift in your priorities. Because when we have this Strength card here, it feels like the inspiration that can't be denied. Both animals kind of staring down their prey, seeing something that they want. And the Father of Pentacles is something that makes it real, right? It's the card of commitment. There might be a part of you that's weighing the idea of commitment or freedom with the Fool. And I think in a lot of ways, there's almost this spin that happens throughout the month where what you thought was the difference between commitment and freedom sort of change. This is kind of wild. The fear of commitment is deeply rooted in the fear of instability, right? Like, it's not somebody that makes unwise investments, or, like I said, it's the antithesis, it's the opposite of impulsiveness. But strength, all of this willpower, is in going in a different direction. Oof. And the Fool card is like the need to break free from both. There's a need to quiet. Because I think you start to think, and you go from a thought process of like, how is this going to affect my life financially? How is this going to affect my stability? How is this going to affect the structures of my life? And there's this energy here that says, it doesn't matter, I want it anyways. Even if it feels like I'm being a little uprooted, even if it feels like, you know, the Strength card does mean that there's a situation in which you have to exert some sort of strength. Like I said, this is like a card of protecting. And I think this is just an energy of like really protecting self. Protecting what you have, protecting what you know, protecting your dreams, and being true to no one other than yourself. And when you get there, it's a perfect place to kind of take the leap of faith. Like, for instance, if somebody has had this job forever and ever and ever, and yet they want to start their own business, the first thought is probably to get yourself as financially independently stable as possible. And once you're there, then comes the hard work, in which requires your inner strength, your dedication, your commitment to the new thing. And I get the feeling that this wolf energy has been working for a while within you or this person. This energy has been working for a while, building you up, getting you into a place of strength in order to jump into something. The Fool. To start the company, to fall in love, to make the commitment. I'm almost seeing kind of like the Magician card too. Like, this is it. Like, these are all the tools that you've worked a really hard time to get. And this is like you deciding, okay, now is the time to put it out there. Now is the time to do that thing. What I love is the energy of the actual relationship. We have the Mother of Cups and the Sun card. And that's like exactly what I'm picking up here too. That's so funny. Like, the Mother of Cups reminds me of this energy here, you know, the water with the healing, and the healing with the Mother of Cups. And then here we have the Sun card, and there's this fire energy here. And this is like having the emotional fulfillment and the desire and the spark, right? Like if this was a new job, this would be like the really emotionally gratifying job, and also it pays really well and you're super excited to do it. And it gives you the financial freedom to just be happy, to be free, because the Sun card is all about that freedom. The Fool card, all about the freedom. There's nothing holding you back. And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is overcoming the obstacles. It's kind of like the flame, which I also want to say, I pick up on like the sun, the happiness, the coming together of these two energies kind of lights the spark. And I like how this spark kind of creates a pathway, creates I don't know why, I've been seeing a lot of rivers lately in my readings, like the idea that there's like a flow and a path to follow when these two energies unite. And the only thing, the protagonist position, is the Five of Cups. And this is all that past energy that this eclipse is coming to break up. This is the self-confidence to take the risk, and this is the getting over the past heartbreak and loss. And as long as you both are willing to do that, to work on that, because you're going to bring it up, you're going to trigger each other in those ways. And it has to be healed in order to move on, and the outcome is the Two of Cups. So without a doubt, there's a coming together of two situations that seems extremely fated, but fated in a way so that one person heals from some emotional wounds and trauma or emotional needs and the need to open up and be vulnerable, and the other person is working on their confidence and their ability to take new risks, to really change their lives. Beautiful energy, Cancer. Really beautiful. Gorgeous reading, I thought it would be. Okay, guys, I will talk to you again soon, probably in the July readings, which I'll be starting soon. I wish you guys so much love and luck. Take care. Bye.